Wait and hope, ye righteous, for suddenly shall sinners perish from before you, and you shall exercise dominion over them, according to your will. In the day of the sufferings of sinners, your offspring shall be elevated and lifted up like eagles. Your nest shall be more exalted than that of the Avest. You shall ascend and enter into the cavities of the earth, and into the clefts of the rocks, forever like conies from the sight of the ungodly. Who shall groan over you and weep like sirens? You shall not fear those who trouble you, for restoration shall be yours. A splendid light shall shine around you, and the voice of tranquility be heard from heaven. Woe to you sinners, for your wealth makes you resemble saints, but your hearts reproach you, knowing that you are sinners. This word shall testify against you for the remembrance of crime. Woe to you who feed upon the glory of the corn, and drink the strength of the deepest spring, and in the pride of your power tread down the humble. Woe to you who drink water at pleasure, for suddenly shall you be recompensed, consumed, and withered, because you have forsaken the fountain of life. Woe to you who act iniquitously, fraudulently, and blasphemously. There shall be a remembrance against you for evil. Woe to you, ye powerful, who with power strike down righteousness, for the day of your destruction shall come, while at that very time many and good days shall be the portion of the righteous, even at the period of your judgment. All right. Let's go here, right? Who shall groan over you and weep like sirens? So that's like, think about somebody nagging you, right? Now, you shall not fear those who trouble you, for restoration shall be yours. A splendid light shall shine around you, and the voice of tranquility shall be heard from heaven. So think about this as like a small little video scene, right? You have someone nagging someone else, and the man who is being nagged, let's turn him into a black man, right? Because he's the cool guy. He's being nagged, and he's just sitting there, and he's maybe looking up, and smiling, and you can see that this nagging is not affecting him. It's this glorious moment where he has ascended uh, to like, what I'm trying to say here is, this is what Enoch would say is a higher degree man, right? A higher degree man. Yeah, if someone's nagging you, like, walk away. But if you're able to be around the distress and not be overcome, because this is, this also applies to like a man who's trying to intimidate you. It's very hard to have a splendid light shine around you and the voice of tranquility. I mean, this is a badass scene right here, I think. Or that's what I'm seeing right here. I don't know. What do you guys think? Then the wealth. I mean, this is interesting. The wealth makes you resemble saints. I mean, what's going on there? Could be anything. I mean, as far as Enoch is concerned, though, it's all about having power over your things and not having the things have power over you. It's about freedom for your will, right? Because if you have power over your things, your will is not going to be captured. Uber freedom, uber freedom. So, but there could be something else going on here. The wealth of the sinners is money, while the wealth of the saints is love. Maybe, I don't know. Enoch, the man. The righteous are confident that sinners will be disgraced and perish in the day of iniquity. You shall yourselves be conscious of it, for the Most High will remember your destruction, and the angels shall rejoice over it. What will you do, ye sinners, and where will you fly in the day of judgment, when you shall hear the words of the prayer of the righteous? You are not like them who in this respect witness against you. You are associates of sinners. In those days shall the prayers of the righteous come up before the Lord. When the day of your judgment shall arrive, and every circumstance of your iniquity be related before the great and the Holy One, your faces shall be covered with shame, while every deed strengthened by crime shall be rejected. Woe unto you, sinners, who in the midst of the sea and on dry land are those against whom an evil record exists. Woe to you who squander silver and gold, not obtained in righteousness, and say we are rich, possess wealth, and have acquired everything we can desire. Now then will we do whatsoever we are disposed to do. For we have amassed silver, our barns are full, and the husbandmen of our families are like overflowing water. Like water shall your falsehood pass away, for your wealth will not be permanent, but shall suddenly ascend from you. Right? How's it going to ascend? Right? This is rabble rousing right here. Because you have obtained it all iniquitously, to extreme malediction shall you be delivered up. Now I swear to you, ye crafty as well as simple ones, that you, often contemplating the earth, you who are men, clothe yourselves more elegantly than married women, and both together more so than unmarried ones, everywhere arraying yourselves in majesty and magnificence, in authority and in silver. But gold, purple, honor, and wealth like water flow away. Erudition, therefore, and wisdom are not theirs. Thus shall they perish together with their riches, with all their glory, and with their honors. While with disgrace, with slaughter, and in extreme penury shall their spirits be thrust into a furnace of fire. I have sworn to you, ye sinners, that neither mountain nor hill has been or shall be subservient to woman. Neither in this way has crime been sent down to us upon the earth, but men of their own heads have invented it, and greatly shall those who give it efficiently be execrated. Barrenness shall not be previously inflicted on woman, but on account of the work of her hands shall she die childless. So this could be prophecy right here. I mean, it could be a woman who was inflicted with barrenness, and she didn't know it, but Enoch's saying that it's her fault. So, I don't know. What do you guys think? I have sworn to you, ye sinners, by the Holy and the Great One, that all your evil deeds are disclosed in the heavens, and that none of your oppressive acts are concealed in secret. Think not in your minds, neither say in your hearts, that every crime is not manifested and seen. In heaven it is daily written down before the Most High. Okay, like when I read a lot of this stuff, I read a man who is super high. So I'm gonna say that's what he means, right? The Most High, because man, this man is super high when he's writing, I think. Anyways, henceforwards shall it be manifested, for every act of oppression which you commit shall be daily recorded until the period of your condemnation. Woe to you, ye simple ones, for you shall perish in your simplicity. To the wise you will not listen, and that which is good you shall not obtain. Now therefore know that you are destined to the day of destruction, nor hope that sinners shall live, but in process of time you shall die. For you are not marked for redemption, but are destined to the day of the great judgment, to the day of distress and the extreme ignominy of your souls. Woe to you, ye obdurate in heart, who commit crime and feed on blood. Whence is it that you feed on good things, drink, and are satiated? Pause. I mean, Enoch is the guy who lived the longest, right? Now this is not, but whatever. But he's saying feed on good things here, so that's weird, right? I mean, you can feed on stem cells without killing babies. Um, so I don't know. What do you guys think? That's weird, right? Is it not because our Lord the Most High has abundantly supplied every good thing upon earth? To you there shall not be peace. Woe to you who love the deeds of iniquity. Why do you hope for that which is good? Know that you shall be given up into the hands of the righteous, who shall cut off your necks, slay you, and show you no compassion. Woe to you who rejoice in the trouble of the righteous, for a grave shall not be dug for you. Woe to you who frustrate the word of the righteous, for to you there shall be no hope of life. Woe to you who write down the word of falsehood and the word of the wicked, for their falsehood they record, that they may hear and not forget folly. To them there shall be no peace, but they shall surely die suddenly. Woe to them who act impiously, who laud and honor the word of falsehood. You have been lost in perdition, and have never led a virtuous life. Woe to you who change the words of integrity. They transgress against the everlasting decree. So what I get by this changing the words of integrity thing, that's to me like the gangsters, right? Integrity is to be loyal to the pack, even though there's criminals in the pack. So this would also include the Blue Brotherhood, right? If there's one bad cop, then the good cops should go get him. You know, I mean, it's not integrity to, uh, it's all about purifying your household for uh, Moses and Samuel and Enoch as well. So I think that's what he means by this changing the words of integrity. They they transgress against the everlasting decree, and cause the heads of those who are not sinners to be trodden down upon the earth. I don't know, what do you think? Boop, boop, boom. In those days you, O ye righteous, shall have been deemed worthy of having your prayers rise up in remembrance, and shall have deposited them in testimony before the angels, that they might record the sins of the sinners in the presence of the Most High. In those days the nations shall be overthrown, but the families of the nations shall rise again in the day of perdition. So basically, the leaders shall fall, and the families, the people, shall rise. In those days, they who become pregnant shall go forth, carry off their children, and forsake them. Their offspring shall slip from them, and while suckling them shall they forsake them. They shall never return to them, and never instruct their beloved. Again I swear to you, ye sinners, that crime has been prepared for the day of blood, which never ceases. They shall worship stones, and engrave golden, silver, and wooden images. They shall worship impure spirits, demons, and every idol in temples, but no help shall be obtained for them. Their hearts shall become impious through their folly, and their eyes be blinded with mental superstition. In their visionary dreams shall they be impious and superstitious, lying in all their actions, and worshipping a stone. Altogether shall they perish. But in those days blessed shall they be, to whom the word of wisdom is delivered, who point out and pursue the path of the Most High, who walk in the way of righteousness, and who act not impiously with the impious. They shall be saved. Woe to you who expand the crimes of your neighbor, for in hell shall you be slain. Woe to you who lay the foundation of sin and deceit, who are bitter on earth, for on it shall you be consumed. Woe to you who build your houses by the labor of others, every part of which is constructed with brick and with the stone of crime. I tell you that you shall not obtain peace. Woe to you who despise the extent of the everlasting inheritance of your fathers, while your souls follow after idols, for to you there shall be no tranquillity. Woe to them who commit iniquity and give aid to blasphemy, who slay their neighbor until the day of great judgment. For your glory shall fall. Malevolence shall he put into your hearts, and the spirit of his wrath shall stir you up, that every one of you may perish by the sword. Then shall all the righteous and the holy remember your crimes. In those days shall fathers be struck down with their children in the presence of each other, and brethren with their brethren shall fall dead, until a river shall flow from their blood. For a man shall not restrain his hand from his children, nor his children's children. His mercy will be to kill them. Nor shall the sinner restrain his hand from his honored brother. From the dawn of day to the setting of sun shall the slaughter continue. The horses shall wade up to his breast, and the chariot shall sink to its axle in the blood of sinners. Damn. I mean, like, we need to figure out what he means by mercy, right? Because, like, for here, it's like, hey, Enoch, what does mercy mean? Kill him! Kill him! What does righteousness mean? Kill him! Kill them all! I don't know. But he's obviously using mercy here differently than, like, mercy to the good folk is going to be different than here, I guess. In those days the angels shall descend into the places of concealment, and gather together in one spot all who have assisted in crime. In that day shall the Most High rise up to execute the great judgment upon all sinners, and to commit the guardianship of all the righteous and holy to the holy angels. That they may protect them as the apple of an eye, until every evil and every crime be annihilated. Whether or not the righteous sleep securely, wise men shall then truly perceive, and the sons of the earth shall understand every word of that book, knowing that their riches cannot save them in the ruin of their crimes. Woe to you, ye sinners, when you shall be afflicted on account of the righteous in the day of the great trouble, shall be burnt in the fire, and be recompensed according to your deeds. Woe to you, ye perverted in heart, who are watchful to obtain an accurate knowledge of evil and to discover terrors. No one shall assist you. Woe to you, ye sinners, for with the words of your mouth and with the work of your hands have you acted impiously. In the flame of a blazing fire shall you be burnt. And now know ye that the angels shall inquire into your conduct in heaven. Of the sun, the moon, and the stars shall they inquire respecting your sins. For upon earth you exercise jurisdiction over the righteous. Every cloud shall bear witness against you, the snow, the dew, and the rain. That was my first read through. I was joking. I don't believe that that is the proper interpretation. Because we have obviously snow, dew, rain here. So cloud is something different. It's been talked about before. And it combines with the mist. Let's see. For all of them shall be withholden from you. Damn. That they may not descend upon you, nor become subservient to your crimes. Now then, bringing gifts of salutation to the rain. That not being withholden, it may descend upon you, and to the dew, if it has received from you gold and silver. But when the frost, snow, cold, every snowy wind, and every suffering belonging to them fall upon you, in those days you will be utterly incapable of standing before them. Attentively consider heaven, all ye progeny of heaven, and all ye works of the Most High. Fear him, nor conduct yourselves criminally before him. If he shut up the windows of heaven, restraining the rain and dew, that it may not descend upon earth on your account, what will you do? And if he sends his wrath upon you and upon all your deeds, you are not they who can supplicate him. you who utter against his righteousness language proud and powerful, that to you there shall be no peace. Okay, so he's definitely talking to religious leaders here. Because it's, who are you, or you are not they who can supplicate him, right? So they say they're the ones who can supplicate, but he's saying no, you're not, because you utter against his righteousness, right? That's his I am Enoch language, proud, right? This is pride. They can't see. These are prideful religious leaders, right? Because they are not for righteousness, according to Enoch. Progeny of heaven, right there. So he's talking to religious leaders right here. To you there shall be no peace. Do you not see the commanders of ships, how their vessels are tossed about by the waves, torn to pieces by the winds, and exposed to the greatest peril? I mean, that's pretty clear. That they therefore fear, because their whole property is embarked with them on the ocean, and that they forebode evil in their hearts, because it may swallow them up, and they may perish in it. Is it not the whole sea, all its waters, and all its commotion, the work of him the Most High, of him who has sealed up all its exertions, and girded it on every side with sand? Is it not at his rebuke dried up and alarmed, while all its flesh with everything contained in it die? And will not you, ye sinners, who are on earth, fear him? Is not he the maker of heaven and earth, and of all things which are in them? And who has given erudition and wisdom to all that move progressive upon the earth and over the sea? Are not the commanders of ships terrified at the ocean? And shall not sinners be terrified at the Most High? In those days when, like, if sinners found out that I'm right on that Most High thing, I think they would be afraid, huh? They're like, yeah, it's a stoner, the great stoner. No. Anyways, in those days when he shall cast the calamity of fire upon you, whither will you fly, and where will you be safe? And when he sends forth his word against you, are you not spared and terrified? All the luminaries are agitated with great fear, and all the earth is spared, while it trembles and suffers anxiety. All the angels fulfill the commands received by them, and are desirous of being concealed from the presence of the great glory, while the children of the earth are alarmed and troubled. But you, ye sinners, are forever accursed. To you there shall be no peace. Fear not, ye souls of the righteous, but wait with patient hope for the day of your death in righteousness. Grieve not because your souls descend in great trouble, with groaning, lamentation, and sorrow, to the receptacle of the dead. In your lifetime your bodies have not received a recompense in proportion to your goodness. But in the period of your existence have sinners existed, in the period of execration and of punishment. And when you die, sinners say concerning you, as we die, the righteous die. What profit have they in their works? Behold, like us they expire in sorrow and darkness. What advantage have they over us? Henceforward are we equal? What will be within their grasp, and what before their eye forever? For behold, they are dead, and never will they again perceive the light. I say unto you, ye sinners, you have been satiated with meat and drink, with human plunder and rapine, with sin, with the acquisition of wealth, and with the sight of good days. Have you not marked the righteous, how their end is in peace? For no oppression is found in them, even to the day of their death. They perish, and are as if they were not, while their souls descend in trouble to the receptacle of the dead. Right, so this is his Enoch's praise of unrighteous good people. Um, unrighteous good people uh, die in misery and pain, and that is their glory, right? According to Enoch. But now I swear to you, ye righteous, by the greatness of his splendor and his glory, by his illustrious kingdom and by his majesty, to you I swear that I comprehend this mystery, that I have read the tablet of heaven, have seen the writing of the holy ones, and have discovered what is written and impressed on it concerning you. I have seen that all goodness, joy, and glory has been prepared for you, and been written down for the spirits of them who die eminently righteous and good. To you it shall be given in return for your troubles, and your portion of happiness shall far exceed the portion of the living. The spirits of you who die in righteousness shall exist and rejoice. Their spirits shall exult, and their remembrance shall be before the face of the Mighty One from generation to generation, nor shall they now fear disgrace. Woe to you, sinners, when you die in your sins, and they who are like you say respecting you, blessed are these sinners. They have lived out their whole period, and now they die in happiness and in wealth. Distress and slaughter they knew not while alive. In honor they die, nor ever in their lifetime did judgment overtake them. But has it not been shown to them that when into the receptacle of the dead their souls be made to descend, their evil deeds shall become their greatest torment? Into darkness, into the snare, and into the flame, which shall burn to the great judgment, shall their spirits enter, and the great judgment shall take effect forever and forever. Um, so think about just how miserable, think about the hell of Enoch, in my opinion. I mean, who is it? It's control freaks, right? Control freaks are miserable people. It is narcissists, right? Narcissists are miserable people. Um, I mean, we could say a greedy person is miserable. You know, there's no peace there because there's the peace and tranquility. You know, a greedy person might be able to give himself a constant biochemical high, uh, but that is not peace or tranquility. Wicked people, I think he was like hateful people. Hateful people are miserable, you know. And maybe that's what he means here, that their evil deeds shall be their greatest torment. Like, um, bitches always lose. Uh, so maybe something like that. I don't know. Woe to you, for to you there shall be no peace. Neither can you say to the righteous and to the good who are alive, in the days of our trouble have we been afflicted, every species of trouble have we seen, and many evil things have suffered. Our spirits have been consumed, lessened, and diminished. We have perished, nor has there been a possibility of help for us in word or in deed. We have found none, but have been tormented and destroyed. We have not expected to live day after day. We hoped indeed to have been the head, but we have become the tail. We have been afflicted when we have exerted ourselves, but we have been devoured by sinners and the ungodly. Their yoke has been heavy upon us. Those have exercised dominion over us who detest and who goad us. And to those who hate us have we humbled our neck, but they have shown us no compassion. They have shown no compassion towards us. We have been desirous of escaping from them, that we may fly away and be at rest. But we have found no place to which we could fly, and be secure from them. We have sought an asylum with princes in our distress, and have cried out to those who are devouring us. But our cry has not been regarded, nor have they been disposed to hear our voice. but rather to assist those who plunder and devour us, those who diminish us and hide their oppression, who remove not their yoke from us, but devour, enervate, and slay us, who conceal our slaughter, nor remember that they have lifted up their hands against us. So what I think Enoch is doing here is he is speaking to, like, this is prophecy here, but it's not just prophecy, but I think he's speaking to these people in the future, right? He's speaking personally to them. So this is like a different type of prophecy, maybe. I don't know. This is very personal. He's speaking to them. He's the like he and they can hear what he's saying, but we can't, right? Because so like a lot of this is sealed to me. But I do think he is speaking to someone in the future. Now it could be speaking to just general sinners, or someone specific. Yeah. All right. We'll end it there.